pour a cup, take it slow. We've got stories to share and places to go. From memories past to dreams we're chasing. Life's better sip, no need for rushing or racing.
Coffee in his hand, tea in mine tonight. Two hearts, one table under warm cafe light.
This is Brewed Banter, where conversations flow. Laughing about the crazy things life loves to throw. Hanging with Erica and Ralph side by side. Every little moment, we're taking it in stride. So grab your mug, settle in, stay a while. You're part of the vibe, part of the smile.
From travel tales to days we've grown through. Faith, love, lessons, the real and the true.
A little bit goofy, a little bit deep. Late night talks when the world's asleep.
We don't need fancy, just honest and kind. Good friends, warm drinks, and peace of mind.
This is Brewed Banter, where conversations flow. Laughing about the crazy things life loves to throw. Hanging with Erica and Ralph, sharing life our way through every season, every new day. So grab your mug, settle in, stay a while. You're part of the story, part of the smile. Here's to the moments we hold on to tight.
The tears, the joy, the comfort of night.
Fresh starts, hope, and finding our way.
One sip, one laugh, one day at a time.
This is Brewed Banter,
Pull up the seat, my friend,
where the talk never fades.
and the heart never ends.
Hanging with Erica and Ralph,
Yeah, that's the plan.
just real life.
Shared cup in hand.
It's Friday night, and the mood is right. We're gonna have some fun, show you how it's done. TGI.
Good evening.
Hello there.
It's another Friday.
Happy Friday.
It's been a lazy, tiring week.
I guess so.
For me, it has been. I've been fog brain,
Brain fog.
brain fog. See, still all
There you
week.
go.
Extreme fatigue. Yeah, it's been kind of it's been a mess. It's been one of those,
Mhm.
for me anyways, one of those hormone weeks. That's all I'm
Oh.
going to say on that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
No, you just live with it.
Yeah, I do.
Oh gosh.
Good.
Thanks for being here, guys. We are going into part 2 from last week. I'm going to start calling our family stories Griswold stories.
Can we do that?
Like Christmas vacation.
Is that legal?
I don't know if it's legal, but I swear it's like
come up with another term for that.
it's like the spirit of the Griswold family just kind of takes over
Mhm.
sometimes. Anyway, so this week we're continuing the stories, but getting into what we dealt with, picking up the actual cars and the difference. Now, this is actually pretty important. I'm going to clip this as a video and try to get it out to overseas military communities, because this part of what we went through last week, or 2 weeks now, because we were home this last week.
Yeah.
It's everything. Days are all convoluted. In our
The timelines are getting blurred at this point.
Very blurred.
That one time.
It was really shocking what we went through. And I know you at one point you were so irritated. You were just like, can I just write a book about this to give other military families a heads up and a warning as to what you're in for when you're shipping your second car on your own dime? Or let's say, for whatever reason, a family or a person chooses to just fit the bill versus the DOD. Anyway.
I don't know why you do that, but...
Yeah, I don't know why you do that either. But anyway, we're going to get into that later. And maybe vent a little bit about some Disney stuff. There's been a lot of crazy going on with Disney. I don't even think you got to chime in much on all the crazy. It's been, work, come home, and still settling in with the house. And the house is the house is a mess.
We'll get there.
Yeah, I know.
We'll get there.
Anyway, but in the meantime, let's say hi to the first Dragon Queen. Hello. And Linda. And we've got, who else is here? Izo's Place. Hello. And Just Nita. Thanks for being here. Freedom Seeker. Who else is? Dan is here, of course. And we've got Tom.
Hey there, everybody.
Yeah, making sure we got everyone. So scroll. And Ron is here.
Hey, Ron.
Follow the Bradley's Fun.
What's happening?
And of course, our little bot, who, I swear is kind of possessed, has a mind of its own. But, it's all good. Sometimes I wonder about that with technology. Kit Kat, hey, what is up? Glad you're here too. And I'm just going to keep scrolling and scroll. All right, that is everyone for now. Yeah, so been another crazy week. Well, not really crazy, just been lazy. Really lazy.
Crazy for me.
But you've had a relatively good week.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, it's been
Just crazy.
I would say productive. You learned a few new things at work, and I know you were excited about that. So that's always kind of cool, learning new things.
Yeah.
I did too, but I can't talk about it. It's all good. It's like I've signed my own NDA. Anyway. All right, let's bring in our friends. And who do we have today? Well, we got our usual people. We've got Dan. Hello.
Hey, man. What's up, Dan?
I should have done this first. There we go. And Tom, what is up?
What's up?
Apparently not me. I was stuck in a back room being a bad person.
Uh-oh.
No, I mean you were just being you.
Well, yeah.
You're not a bad person. You're just honest.
Sometimes
Bluntly.
that equals bad.
Brutally honest.
I guess to some people.
If you
know,
want me
I
to lie to
haven't-
you, that costs extra.
You could just send us your bill.
You don't want that.
No, I probably don't. Well,
Okay,
what
can
did
I ask
everyone...
you a question? Can I ask you a question? What did
Okay, you
everybody
can
bring
ask-
to bring to
I
drink?
was just gonna
Drink to
say
bring.
that. I'm not gonna ask what's in
What?
your drink. I actually have green tea. I have not been able to brew real tea since we've been, in our new home. So yay, kudos. Back to my green tea, Friday night green teas.
Ice water right here in my barbecue cup.
We need to get you more barbecue cups.
Feel very fortunate to be back in the States and have be able to retrieve ice through the fridge. That wasn't a thing in Germany, so.
Be careful,
No,
they
it
might
wasn't.
deport you.
Yeah, we actually had to buy ice,
Bags of ice.
bags of ice, and we throw them into a drawer in the bottom of our freezer, and then
I
we
miss that freezer.
scoop it up and then throw it in the cup. And here I actually get to do the lazy man's,
And I can't wait to get another freezer because I'm ready to. We
So-
found a butcher shop here locally, and
yeah.
pretty.
So-
I think they're pretty decently priced. They have these family packs. The one I was looking at was like $129, and you got like 5 pounds of just about everything, from ground beef, chicken, pork chops,
yeah, there's all kinds of butcher shops around here.
other cuts of beef.
Carnicerias, as they call them.
I'm used to going to those in Tampa. They have them, the Cuban meat markets, and you can get really cheap meats. And they wrap it in the white
The butcher paper.
butcher paper. I love the feel and smell of butcher paper because I grew up with that, so it's kind of really cool. It's
On that note, I am leaving because now I think she's like a mass murderer and Raph doesn't know what he's getting into. Silence of the Lambs moment there.
and no, this is not an episode of Dexter either.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Damn, we can barely hear you, bro.
Oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Because
Okay.
No. Speak of spooky stuff, we are definitely in that preseason. Tomorrow, I would like to go around town and just to see if any of the store. I know Hobby Lobby has been stocked with their fall stuff for like a month now, but I'm starting to see things on Instagram from like Costco and At Home. I forgot the other store. I think Marshall's, TJ Maxx. I kind of want to see if this area has started bringing in any of their Halloween stuff.
So I guess that's the plan for tomorrow then.
Yeah, we love doing that. Just
I'm wearing my costume already.
we love it, man.
If I let this go, I
Hey,
can look like fake
First
wizard.
Dragon Queen. Hey, Raph, look at this.
What?
She says Menards, Michael's, Costco, and Lowe's. Didn't you
Home
grew up
Depot.
with?
Yeah, we grew up. We had
Menards?
a Menards where when I lived in Nebraska. Kind of wish we had one down here.
We've seen them on YouTube. They look really cool. That'd be cool to go to one.
Yeah.
Oh, and she says this. Oh, I got the Costco vampire animatronic. Oh, that's interesting.
From
See
Us
that,
and Shane.
man. Let me tell you, I saw this YouTube video of a woman, and she has an engineering degree. And she took the Haunted Mansion graveyard guy, with the lantern. He has a little dog. Well, they came out with an animatronic of him several years ago. And this woman bought him. And I mean, she completely rebuilt him, even down to repainting his face.
Yeah.
Got his knees to shake. Like, she added some kind of, I don't know what these tools and things are called, but his legs were shaking. She had him, it was just amazing. And I'm like, man, to know how to do that. I aspire to can I be somebody's apprentice? Even teach me how to use one of those like cool looking saws,
Yeah.
just to cut foam with. I don't trust myself with wood, but I can do a lot with foam. And
I'm shutting up.
it's just so much fun.
I mean, it probably makes the Disney Imagineering look like amateurs.
No, her yard was beautiful. It was very well landscaped, very understated with her layout of how she does her haunted mansion in the front yard. It's beautiful. I think out of all the haunted mansion like Halloween displays I've seen for Halloween, she had one of the most stellar ones I had ever seen. I just liked how everything was so very clean but neat and organized. But I think she did it on purpose. Do you guys have this? It's a cookie place called Crumble.
Yeah.
We
And
do.
they
Been there a
have-
while.
Oh, they got really good stuff. I mean, they're kind
Oh,
of
I know.
expensive, but really good. They have a watermelon strawberry like refresher, and it looks really good.
Oh, they
It's
serve
like
drinks now?
watermelon. Yeah, all kinds of different. They're calling it dirty soda now, where it's like
okay.
it's basically a mocktail.
Seems like everywhere is doing that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We saw it in Germany. We went to a vendor's market, and we were like, "What is this?" And it was basically this concoction of different sodas and syrups, like actual flavorings. And they were coming up with all these crazy flavors, and they're just mocktails. Is all it is. There's no alcohol. I mean, you could add it if you wanted to,
Yeah,
but
Good.
Crumble has a whole line of them, and from like root beer, different flavored like root beers with added coconut milk or some kind of cream to make it look at it looks like a cold brew, but it's not. It's a soda.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting. It's fascinating. I haven't tried one yet because I get a little weird and I read the ingredients. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. I hate wasting my money, so I get kind of cheap.
Huh.
You want to say something?
No.
Oh man.
So I got
Oh,
rum and
those are-
Coke.
Oh, I see.
I kind of figured.
Went to
they got
Pirate
some-
after the day today. Yeah. And
Yeah,
last night
don't-
today. No.
Goodness.
I'm so sorry
Yeah,
about
that sucks.
what y'all witnessed at the vet's office today. That's really sad.
That
Sorry.
was
That-
that was bad.
It's heartbreaking.
I'm looking at it right now. They have a bunch of drinks. Wow.
I know that watermelon strawberry one was calling my name the other. I had a mad sweet tooth the other night, and I texted our son because usually me and him we're weird. We're on the same hunger clock. We'll have a sweet tooth at the same time. We'll get snacky at the same time. It's kind of weird. And I texted him, and I'm like, "Mother's."
Okay, I noticed that DoorDash bag, and
You did not. You
getting
did
ready for
not.
work.
You did not see that.
I'm like, huh? They must have had a freaking sweet tooth.
You did not see it.
I see one here that might be up Tom's alley. It's called Butter Me Up. Barks root beer, butterscotch,
Yeah.
vanilla, and heavy cream.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like they don't call it like a butter beer flavor, but that's kind of what went through my head was, oh, it's kind of like
Yeah.
you could theoretically give it a Harry Potter name. I mean, they won't for obviously legal
Yeah.
reasons, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. All the it's fun to do mocktails. I love, especially whenever Christian's friends would come over for like Halloween, or if any of the kids wanted to have a birthday party at the house because they loved our house. So it was like, Mom, can I have my birthday party at your house? Sure, come on over. And I'd bake a cake and do a spread and theme it. But one of my favorite things, aside from baking the cake, was making like a punch, like a party punch. And I'm always looking at party punches on Pinterest and trying to get different recipes. And anyway, yeah, it's like a whole thing. But yeah, so I texted Christian. I'm like, I said, Mother's got a sweet tooth. So he's like, ooh, what'd you have in mind? I'm like, I don't know. I'm over here looking at this crumble cookie place. But by the time I put everything in the cart, dude, it was going to be like over $60.
It's expensive to get.
So
stuff
I was
delivered to
like, I said, why don't we do McDonald's? It's cheaper.
you. I get it.
So instead we opted for McFlurry, ice cream sundae, and 2 fries.
As long as the machine's working.
Out here we haven't had that problem.
Now they actually,
They're pretty good about keeping the ice cream machines going.
yeah, and out here at McDonald's they have they sell the chilies, so you can put on your McMuffins and your burgers and stuff. So
Oh, chiles.
chile, they have the
Los chiles.
chiles.
Yeah, you can't say
Chiles.
chilies because in the American, the
That's true.
gringos, our American
I
side.
think it's a Texas thing, but I guess it's an El Paso thing because I didn't see it when we went to any other part of Texas, just here.
Or a border town too. So
Yeah, you can
that's
you
why.
can actually get it, and
The little green chiles and put it on everything.
I usually put it on my McMuffin, and it makes it pretty epic. So
You got to where you're eating chiles a lot. Like everywhere we go, he's like, they got chiles. I'm looking for the chiles.
when in Rome or El Paso,
I can't handle them. They are way too spicy. I can't even handle a jalapeno. It's like, I feel
Yeah,
like I'm a
definitely-
fire breathing dragon.
I'm definitely eating spicier stuff being since we've gotten here.
I have
That's
heard
nice.
though that spicy foods.
Yeah.
I have heard though, did some reading that spicy food is actually good for depression. Apparently, it kind of lifts your spirits. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I'm already uplifted anyway, so guess it kind of gives me a
Yeah,
little bit
we
more of
are-
a boost, I guess.
I'm checking something. It seems like our pictures are frozen according to people in the chat.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Hold on a sec. Dang it.
Oh, we are frozen.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me look.
Has anyone tried rebooting by chance? Nope.
No,
Because
we're
I'm doing
frozen.
that
I
now.
just checked 3 different streams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what
we're
do we do?
frozen.
Not much, except just keep talking. They can hear us.
Okay. That's all you need, right?
It's all on the stream. It's all we're being recorded. For some reason, YouTube has froze us.
Or Disney guns.
Because StreamYards, I could see us moving.
Interesting.
You have StreamYard pulled up, but we're using EVMux.
That's what I mean, EVMux.
I'm
I
like,
didn't mean StreamYards. It's
like,
just,
what are you doing over there?
Tomatoes.
I can
tomato.
pirate all of them, okay? Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Perhaps IT, he gets it. You can run multiple things and nobody will know. Oops, I gave away a secret.
True story.
I just don't need any letters from attorneys from anyone. Cease and desist.
Yeah.
No,
Stop
no.
talking about chiles.
I'm gonna see what it's doing here.
This is irritating. I'm wondering it's because I've been lazy the last few weeks and just reusing the same link. Do you think it's
not
corrupted?
that. No, it's not that. It's something to do on YouTube's back end.
Great.
Because it's not. I have a couple other things going at the same time that I'm monitoring, of course, and it's not happening there.
Dragging.
So
First Dragon Queen says, you hired those Disney Imagineers.
yep, Kit Kat. We are like the Walt animatronic. No, we're like that new pirate one.
Dang it, this really
I'll be
sucks. I
back in
hate
a
it when
second.
technology fails. All right, I know you're going to look into it. This is so irritating.
It happens.
So anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
I really appreciate air conditioning right about now. Because it's like 101 degrees outside here in El Paso.
It was only 101 today?
Only, yeah.
Hey, look, when
Yeah, it's gotten pretty dang hot.
we've already experienced 109
Yeah.
degrees. And that is like, wow.
Mhm.
I can't imagine. Well, because you've been deployed, so you've experienced heat as high as what temperatures?
Yeah.
128 is what you've experienced.
Something like that.
That's insane. I cannot
yeah.
imagine that.
It's nice to walk into a cool home and
It's pretty much dry heat, right?
Yeah, but
it's
man,
still
you could still feel
it's still
your
blazing. I mean, it's like
still feel your skin cook.
being under a heat lamp when you're outside with the sun blazing on you times 1,000. It's ridiculous.
I know that feeling. Vegas was bad.
But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, when you get in the shade, it's not
Oh,
terrible.
yeah. It's a big difference.
It does what it's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Was like
We moving again?
115 with humidity 2 weeks ago. First Dragon Queen, golly,
We moving again?
plus humidity.
No. Waving
No.
my hand around nothing.
It's funny because you look like you're sleeping sitting up. The way we froze.
Yeah.
Let's start wearing sunglasses. Gosh. I'm not even going to attempt this, but the thought of rebooting the stream did cross my mind.
But if it's like a YouTube backend thing, I don't think that'll matter.
I'm not going to attempt it. I'll wait for, if.
But anyway.
Well, so I guess we'll continue our stories from last week.
Mm-hmm.
So we left off with, we were just getting into picking up the cars. So we picked up the Mitsubishi first.
Yeah, that was easy. I mean, because that's the one that the Army shipped for us. And, they have the designated pickup points, which they call vehicle processing centers. So the one that we had to go to is in Dallas. So, and it was really easy. I mean, I had to, kind of make an appointment ahead of time and everything, but we showed up like an hour early and they took us, and literally all I had to do was hand them the shipping documents and the Texas temp tags that we have. And that was it. I mean, I had to wait in a waiting room for a good while. How long would you say I was waiting?
Oh, like 20 minutes maybe?
It seemed like it was longer than that, but
it wasn't that terrible. We weren't sitting there for an hour or 45 minutes.
Maybe because I spent the whole time making phone calls because we had to kind of adjust our reservation for the rental car that we drove for it to be a one-way rental so we can drop it off in Dallas. And I told the guy at the rental company that we wanted to drop it off at the what it was, like budget or whatever, rent a car in Arlington. And he arranged for us to drop off the car at DFW. I was like, how much of a pain in the rear that's going to be to drop it off at DFW? I mean, you saw how it was when we tried dropping off the car here at El Paso International. That was a freaking nightmare.
Yeah, and the traffic in Dallas, Fort Worth is
like, how in the world were we supposed to finagle that?
Especially when we're not accustomed to the area.
Rental car return and drop it off, and then where do I have Erica wait for me? And because it's such a ginormous airport, it's like how in the world are we gonna
find each other?
Yeah, how are we supposed to just
logistically pull this off? Yeah.
So the whole time I'm in the waiting room, I'm making phone calls and stuff, and I called Budget, and I spoke to a few people, I guess. I mean, it took a lot longer than what I thought that it would take, but I asked, it's like, hey, can I drop it off at the nearest one? Okay, which one would you like to drop it off at? According to the GPS, it was like less than 10 minutes away. And they said yes. So thank goodness for that. So yeah, I spent the whole time in the waiting room talking on the phone. So I guess maybe that's why it seemed like it took a little bit longer than 20 minutes. For me anyway, because I was fumbling with paperwork and the phone and,
I mean, compared to what we experienced in Galveston, it was a easy peasy piece of cake.
And the lady said it was going to be easy, So yeah, I mean, I waited in the waiting room, and then some dude came and got me and everything, and he had pulled the car around to the back and everything, and I just signed some paperwork and jumped in the car, and then met Eric and Christian in the front of the building where they were parked in the rental car, and that was it. And then we followed each other to the rental car place in Arlington and dropped off the car. It was pretty straightforward and easy,
Until
did we go straight to Galveston from there?
Yeah,
did we?
Yeah, because it was morning.
Okay,
and because we stayed.
I couldn't remember. Yeah,
we stayed in Galveston because we checked out of our hotel.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
that's when we went, because by the time we got to Galveston, it was it would have been too late. So we just sought out a hotel. So, and that's where we stayed at the La Quinta with the Little League baseball team, as mentioned last week. So that was cool.
But we got to Galveston.
Yeah.
And
so
That was so we had to go to the actual port.
Okay. So I'm going to stop you there.
Okay. Go.
So the whole process is just ridiculous. You know, we shipped it out through the dealership that we bought the car from in Germany, and I guess they go through, you know, a shipping company. So I'm
going to stop you there real quick too, because the shipping company that they use is a shipping company that is quite popular with military. And one of our very close friends used them to ship their car from the States to Germany, and they had 0 issues.
I wonder what they had to go through over there. We're going to have to ask her.
Yeah, we're going to have to
So
exchange
more to come on
story.
that
More to
from,
come
from
on.
picking it up on the other side in Germany. But so they sent me a whole slew of emails with instructions, and it was just legalese mumbo jumbo, and I just copied the whole plethora of emails and I pasted it into ChatGPT. It's like, hey, you know, explain this better to me than all this BS that they're trying to, you know, legalese are trying to feed me and everything. And so pretty much, you know, gave me a phone number to call. It's like, okay, just call these people, you know, in the morning before you go, and then you're gonna have to show up at like one of the piers. I think it was like Pier 39 or something. And then from there, you know, it didn't really give me instructions on really what I was supposed to do, you know? So we went to the pier and we went to the gate at the port. And mind you, the folks working there are just like port guys that have nothing to do with the car, and they don't work for the company that shipped the car or the ship or anything. So
they're just security is all they are.
Well, with the front gate guys were security folks. And we got there and we're like, hey, we're here to pick up a car. And they're like,
what?
Okay. You know? We're like, we're here to pick up our car.
We have no car for you. What are you talking about? Go home now.
Yeah.
They're just looking at Raph like, and what, you know, and the attitude was kind of like, oh.
It's like, what do I do? It's like, you tell me, you know?
We've never done this before.
Yeah. And they were like, well, you can't get on this port without a TWIC. And he kept on mentioning this TWIC thing. You know, it's like, what the heck is a door? You're going to need a TWIC. You know, it's like, what in the world is a TWIC? And he, you know,
that sounds really bad.
Yeah.
we know now what it is.
I mean, after the fact, I went and Googled it, and it's basically the transportation workers identification credentials or something like that, TWIC.
Okay.
So
it gives you the credentials to get onto a port of call.
So yeah,
access without needing an escort.
So yeah. So I mean the TWIC, as they call it, looked identical to my military ID card. And I was like, okay, one of these, you know? And they're like, oh, okay, you got that, so you can get on the port. And they had mentioned something about like if we didn't have it, that we would have to pay like $100 an hour for like an escort or something like that. But
they're talking about a cat card, basically.
Yes,
pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
They just had to name it their own shit to confuse people.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that nitty gritty in a second here, because
there's not much more to get into it.
It's just, what we found out is, believe it or not, if you have a CAC card, Common Access card, and you work for the Department of Defense, you actually you can access these ports without needing an escort.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
it kind of blew us away, because we're sitting here looking at each other like, that's interesting and a little unsettling too, you know?
Why?
So yeah,
why is it unsettling?
It just is, because anyone, you know, people are people at the end of the day.
Yes, but you got to remember, these people are also background checked and everything else.
Yeah,
my card does the same thing.
So there's
I still found it weird, because I'm looking at it like, you're talking a port that you're talking international stuff coming and going all the time at these places. You would think
But
it
you're
would,
cleared, so-
for me, I would think there would be even more restrictions.
I mean,
They wouldn't, almost like
I get
having,
it.
it's like when you have a clearance and you can't just go anywhere you want to go. It's not anyone just can like walk into a skiff.
I'm pretty sure.
You know what I mean? That's kind of how, I don't know.
I'm pretty
My brain
sure
was going somewhere else.
Raf's ID will get him into where I used to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anymore. No, I know he's not wrong.
And
anyway.
mine. So if we're
It's
cleared
just-
for there, a port is low-hanging fruit compared to those
Yeah.
things.
True.
I know. I
On
just
the
still find
scale
it weird.
On the scale of clearances and different things like that, that's low-hanging fruit. A port is low-hanging fruit compared to other places. I'm
Yeah.
just going to leave it at that.
Right. So yeah. So we're there at the gate and they're like, okay, well, you're cleared, to come in here and stuff. But they're not, talking about Eric and Christian. So I was like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? And they're like, well, you need to go to that building over there, which they pointed in the direction of some trailers and stuff. And they were like, and it was far. It was pretty far. I was like, okay, how am I supposed to get there? They were like, you can walk. I'm like, all right. And mind you, there's like heavy equipment and heavy machinery moving back and forth and all around. And there's just all kinds of like, to me, what seems like obstacles and stuff. And it's like, dude, I don't even know where I'm going, And
Yeah, dude, it's this overwhelming sense of nervousness. Where am I allowed to go? And in which direction do I go? Because you got these massive trucks, and they're hauling construction equipment back and forth.
Oh, yeah,
and they're massive. And I'm talking small. This isn't small fries.
Loaders
They're
and
huge.
I don't know what the heck you call them, like just industrial sized forklifts and just all kinds of stuff, and so yeah, they're like, well, you need to walk to that building over there. I'm like, man, that's kind of far. And there was like a fence, in between and stuff. And I had no idea where to go. So I just started walking towards the building, even though there was a fence there. I was like, well, maybe there's some kind of a, gate or something that I can get through. So I started to walk and, and then I guess the security guard noticed that I was walking in the wrong direction. So they drove up to me. They were like, no, you're supposed to go this other way. And they pretty much guided me around a particular fence line. And it's like, I'm thinking, why don't you just let me hop in your passenger seat and give me a lift? Why don't you? But I guess they can't do that. So yeah, I walked over to the trailer that they told me to walk to. And, I went to the window and stuff and, they had to wait in line with there was a couple truckers in line and, I don't know what the heck they were doing. And, and so by the time I got up to the window, I was like, hey, well, I'm here to pick up my car. He's like, oh, well, I'm going to need paperwork. So I handed him the shipping documents just like I did for the pickup in Dallas. And he was like, no. He's like, you're going to need more than this, for me to be able to clear you to pick up your car. I'm like, okay, I have no idea what else I need. So I just got on my phone and got on my email and just started scrolling. And I noticed that the shipping company, when they sent me the notification that my car had arrived at the port, they sent me like a customs release form, for quote, immediate release. So I was like, okay, cool. I was like, this has got to be it. So I showed the guy, I was like, this is what you need, right? And he's like, yeah, that's exactly what I need. He's like, this needs to be printed out and we don't print out for folks. I'm like, okay, then what am I supposed to do? He's like, well, how did you get there? Where do you work? I was like, I'm picking up my car. I had a car shipped here from Germany and I walked here from the gate. I was like, I got the rest of my family waiting at the gate for me. And he's like, oh, okay, well, hang on. So I closed the window and stuff and I guess went, to talk to one of his coworkers and stuff. And it seemed to take forever, and then he came back and, he showed me, he basically handed me a sticky with an email address on there. He's like, email that form to that email address and we'll print it out for you. And I was like, cool, sounds good. So I sent the email and it seemed to take forever for them to finally receive it. They printed it out and they were like, okay, you're good to go. And the guy was like, well, look, the car is in the shipping yard, next to us. And he pointed in whatever direction and stuff. And he's like, it's on the south side of the shipping yard, facing us. I'm like, south side, south says what? I'm terrible with directions. What does that mean? What does south side mean? I don't know. So I figured I would just go out there. And he told me, he's like, as soon as you get to your car, he's like, just stand there and I'll have one of my guys go out there and he'll double check the VIN, with the VIN that's on the paperwork, and then he'll write you out the slip so you can give to the gate guards to exit the port. I was like, okay, sounds good. I had no idea where I was going. The shipping yard was freaking ginormous with hundreds and hundreds of cars.
Yeah.
So I'm literally, if you can imagine me, and of course I kind of get spoken to because I didn't have a safety vest. So the guy at the window, he's like, here, put this on, so I'm like, so I'm
They just assumed that you were a local, or at one point they kind of assumed you worked there, and it's like
the whole time you're there, it's like they expected you
gosh.
to know like exactly what to do, even though you're just
all the
like
protocols
Joe
and everything. Yeah, and it's like, do they not deal with? I mean, you saw hundreds of cars in that field, is what I call it. And I'm sitting here like, do they not deal with this enough? I mean, PCS season in the military is pretty freaking big.
Who knows? Maybe not.
I don't get it. I was just like, you cannot possibly be that stupid.
I noticed that they were loading it onto a truck, so maybe they don't deal with it all the time. Maybe people.
I hate to say this, but you're talking about dock workers.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about dock workers.
But yeah, anyway, so I'm walking around.
Just assuming that common sense is just kind of common somewhere at some point.
Hello, I'm from the government. That's all I need to say.
My gosh. I was so annoyed.
I'm here to help you. But anyway, so I'm sitting here and it's blazing hot in Galveston because you got that humidity going on too. I mean, it is just so hot and I'm just sweating buckets, just going from row to row, car to car, looking for my car. And I felt like I was out there forever. And I'm watching the clock because I know these guys have lunch coming up. So, and with the way things were going, it's like, okay, I might have to wait for them to be done with lunch. I don't know, because on the window at the office, it was like, yeah, window closes at, such and such a time, until such and such a time, no exceptions. And I was watching the clock the whole time, and it's like
lunch was like 11:45 to 1 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, not that the hours matter, but anyway, so I get to I finally.
Oh, and they all leave at the same time is the thing, because me and Christian were in the front gate because we couldn't go back there, and I saw almost like the whole dock or port was just leaving at the same time, and I looked at the clock and I'm like, okay, clearly it must be lunchtime for these people. And I had that passing thought, man, I hope he's not going to have any issues, because it seems like everybody breaks for lunch at the same time. And that was my observation. I'm sitting in the front, just and waiting. It took like about an hour.
It felt like longer, but
it did because of the heat.
So I finally find the car and I'm standing there waiting for the attendant or whoever to see me so I can get the paperwork so I can get the heck out of there, and there's like nobody coming, and it's right about lunchtime. And I'm like, oh God. And I'm thinking to myself, how long am I going to be sitting out here for over an hour waiting for this, person that's supposed to come out here and check me out, if you will. And, so, I'm thinking in my head, it's like, well, I could sit in my, because the keys were in I had the keys were in the car. I was like, I could sit in the car and just, blare the AC and just sit there. But then again, when you ship the car, you have to ship your car below E. So there's barely any gas in there, So it's like,
Are
I
you
can't sit in there for.
serious?
Yeah. And if you have too much gas in your tank, they will siphon it for you to bring it down to the level that is acceptable for shipping. That's both through the DoD and if you're shipping on that's just standard when you're shipping your vehicle.
Yeah. So it was like,
I got a question. Has anybody told them that the less gas in the tank means there's more fumes in there and more explosive capabilities? Has anybody gone over with that with them?
I didn't know that
Yeah, I didn't know
either.
that.
That's the first I've heard of that.
But yeah, so I'm like, well, I can't.
I guess to them, the more gas in anything is.
So it's like I can't just sit there and run the AC and everything. So it's like, good Lord. So I don't know how long I sat there, but I sat there for a good while, just like I said, sweating buckets. By the time I got to Erica, I was like, my hair was all like.
He looked like a
soaking wet.
lobster.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my gosh.
I felt like I had like just taken a shower. That's how wet my
in your
hair
own
was.
sweat. Yeah.
But yeah, I just sat there, and I guess there was just some worker that came up to me, and he was like, he's like, they didn't tell you that you should. Well, I was like, hey, I was told just to chill out here, and somebody would come, and he was like, well, maybe you should just drive to the front of the yard so they can see you. I was like, okay. So I started to jump in the car and he was like, you know what? Never mind. He's like, because it was lunchtime. He's like, just drive to the office. I was like, okay. So I drove all the way back to the office and, I went to the window and it was, of course, closed because it was lunchtime. It's like, okay, great. So I'm going to have to just chill here until lunch is over. So I just sat there and, then some redhead kid that worked there just kind of popped his head out the door and stuff. And he was like, can I help you? I was like, well, I just picked up my car. I'm waiting for that slip so I can get the heck out of here. He's like, oh, okay, 1 second, and he went inside and stuff. And, a few minutes later he came out. He was like, oh, yeah. He's like, they're working on it right now. He's like, he's like, there's nothing more that I can do about it. He's like, because I have nothing to do. I'm like, that's cool, man. That's totally fine, and a few minutes later, and it was during lunch hour, the dude, some dude popped his head out and had the slip in his hand. He was like, yeah, you're good to go. I was like, all right, gave me the slip and I was out of there. And so yeah, I couldn't remember how the heck to get out of the yard. So I guess I was just like following my nose or whatever. It's kind of nerve wracking, because you got heavy equipment moving around everywhere and stuff. So you got to kind of avoid those things. But yeah, eventually I found my way out of the shipyard, and Eric was parked there in the other car that we had picked up and everything. And so I had the temporary place that they gave us in Germany, and dang it, they didn't have holes punched into them, so I couldn't.
Oh God!
So I couldn't mount them, and that was kind of on me. But I didn't think about it because we
left in such a hurry. We left Germany so fast.
Because that vehicle registration in Germany, when you deregister the car and they hand you the plates, they have like a hole punch right there in the front foyer of the building, specifically for that. But we were in such a hurry to leave. I was just glad to get the plates. I didn't even think twice about punching the holes into the plates. So, and of course, that kind of bit me in the leaving. So I couldn't mount them on the car. So, we
went to AutoZone.
Yeah, right
and
there.
We bought duct tape and we taped.
Yeah, well, we tried to find a plate holder to hold it, but the European, templates are so small it wouldn't fit it. So we had no choice but to like just duct tape it to the back
of the window
and then the front windshield, and honestly, actually, it's still like that.
Oh yeah, it's still like we
still have yet to register that car in the Texas system.
Yeah.
We're working on it, but that's a story for another day. But
that's okay. I've seen cars like that before. They would tape it in the back of the window.
Dude,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
drove all the back across Texas and we were just like, man, I hope we don't get pulled over and end up with, the one ignorant police officer that you have to explain everything to because they're so Joe civilian. They don't know their rear ends from their elbow when it comes
No,
to this
but
stuff.
we didn't have any trouble.
No,
at
we didn't.
all.
We passed by several sheriffs. They didn't
Cops and stuff.
care. So
Troopers and all
yeah,
that.
on the highway and into towns and yeah. So it was, but that was quite the experience picking up from Galveston. And one thing that you brought up was, what if I didn't have a common access card? What if I didn't have a CAT card? What if I was just regular Joe civilian? And because that was our saving.
Speaking of which, I have a coworker of mine. I'm not going to name any names. That I work with in Germany. That she was telling me that I think it was a relative of hers that had a car shipped and they had to pick it up. Just like what I had to go through, except they didn't have the access or the common access card and everything. So they literally had to pay. I think she said they pay like $300
It's just showing our avatars. And there she is.
Let's see.
Hold on, let me see. Disable the camera. And
Oh,
gone.
are you guys
Oh, I can see you
avatars?
moving now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be right back.
Huh.
Let me refresh mine.
Raph isn't asleep anymore. I know, he looked like he was sleeping, sitting up. Oh my gosh.
I'll be back till. Hang on.
Let's see here. Bring. Okay. Oops. Crap.
Let me see. Can you all see me?
Yeah, I'm refreshing YouTube. Okay. There we go.
Cool.
Now we just got to bring Dan back in when he gets back on. There we go.
I heard him.
Okay, perfect.
There we go. Huh. You know what's
Alright, we're
interesting is
back.
that all I did was I refreshed EVMux, but it didn't end the stream to
No,
the
of course
audience.
it's not going to.
I thought it would. I thought it was just going to like shut off and then everything was going to literally have to like reboot and maybe even have to everyone click on the link again and everything and log back in. But that was actually pretty.
She said we're good. She said we're good.
Wow. Raffin took the opportunity to go use the bathroom. He's like, if it's going to take 5 minutes, I'm going to go potty. Oh, geez. Hot, man. What a hot mess, man.
Hey, if it has computers or wheels, it's going to give you problems.
Hmm. So, yeah, what'd you think of picking up the car? That's, $3,500 later, and that's what we dealt with.
I'm being nice.
It was aggravating.
I was gonna say, like, having the cars go on E, are they trying to avoid fuel contamination or something?
I don't know what they were trying to avoid. Are people stealing gas? I don't know. You got me. That's a mystery. Those are the rules. We just followed the rules. We didn't make them. We just followed them.
But
it was
after you guys got it out of the place, did you find a gas station? Was there a gas station nearby? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
I missed that part though. That last part.
Oh, were you able to find a gas station nearby?
Oh yeah. There was one literally just like 2 minutes down the street from the port, and we were able to refuel. And then there was an AutoZone literally like next door, so we could get the tags visible on the car, so we didn't get pulled over. Yeah, that was
That's good.
And it would have been an additional $1,000 to have them ship the car door to door, and having it brought to the house.
That's a lot. I mean,
so we just didn't have it. I'm like, no, there's no way. We're just going to have to suck it up and go to wherever their pickup location is, which happens to be at the port in Galveston. And here's the interesting thing. The Mitsubishi was shipped through the Army, and they have a tracking system kind of like UPS. You can go on UPS website and the post office and you can track your packages. Well, they have a similar system like that where you can track your cars. So we're tracking this thing over the course of 7 weeks. And we noticed the Mitsubishi came through Galveston, and they trucked it or trained it, one or the other, to Dallas. I found that interesting. And then, but then the Jetta just stopped there in Galveston. The pickup point was right there. So I don't know. I just found that kind of weird, kind of interesting. Like, why didn't they just? leave them. Why couldn't the pickup point be there in Galveston? But then again, I liked the idea. I liked how there was a vehicle processing center, and it wasn't in the city. It was actually in the suburbs of Dallas, Fort Worth, and it wasn't. Compared to Houston, the traffic wasn't that terrible. Like I'd rather deal with Dallas Fort Worth than Houston traffic. Out of the two of them, that was the lesser.
They were both.
They were both bad, but Dallas was the lesser of the two evils. Absolutely. You guys think the Skyway Bridge is effing scary? They had this massive highway we had to go on, and it literally went up, 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 and around like this, and that was like terrifying. I don't even like driving on the Skyway Bridge in Florida. But anyway, never again. And my advice to military families is if you have two vehicles, just save your money and actually just fork out the extra money and have it shipped to your house. Just pack money away for the 3 or 4 years you're at your assignment, and pack money away for that, because I didn't know it was going to be that brutal. Oh, they can see us now.
Animal.
I just rebooted the stream.
Okay, very good.
And everything was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying, if you're a wrestling fan, driving through hill country, I actually drove by the Von Erich Ranch, which was kind of cool. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Von Erich wrestling family.
Like a local wrestling.
I didn't grow up with wrestling, so I'm like, huh?
They were big back in the 80s and stuff. So,
I know as you were driving by, you were like, oh my gosh, like it's
it was pretty cool. So if you guys get a chance, watch the movie The Iron Claw. I think it's on like Amazon Prime or something, and that'll give you the entire like family history. It's a big tragedy what happened with that family, but yeah, we drove right by the ranch, which was
that was a big ranch, but there was a lot of huge farms, gorgeous lands though. I mean, these places had like horses, cattle. It was just a sight for me because I've never seen anything like that. It was just like
very windy back roads, very beautiful, completely unexpected because I totally expected to have to drive through San Antonio. And
city driving.
We completely bypassed any of that, and it took us straight through hill country, and it was awesome.
There were some areas where which had like hotels with lakes.
Oh yeah, like little resort
like little
areas by like lakes and like rivers and stuff or whatever.
It was beautiful. I'm like, man, you could actually take a vacation here.
Driving that way we were driving, following each other. That was the perfect route instead of having to follow it, because it was a pain in the rear driving through the cities that we drove through. One behind another. That was a pain. So the fact that we didn't even have to deal with that drive through San Antonio with them following me, that was pretty cool. So I was glad we didn't have to have to deal with that. So
San Antonio,
but yeah.
I mean, when we drove to San Antonio, moving down here, going for San Antonio, I didn't expect it to be that big, and it was like.
It's huge.
Yeah.
They have
San Antonio's huge.
They have over 250 suburbs. Yeah.
Is that San Antonio or
no? It's San Antonio, because when we thought we were going to be moving to San Antonio, I remember looking at the real estate and looking at all the stats. And I just remember being extremely overwhelmed on, okay, well, how in the world do you slice and dice what neighborhood or what area do you, like Tampa is easy. It's a small city. Yeah. It's the suburbs. You can name them. There's like 5 areas. That's it. Yeah. You've got Brandon, Plant City, Riverview, and then on the east side, you've got the USF area, which is town and country. Right, isn't that far from there. That's further up from the airport. Actually, no, Temple Terrace by USF. And then you've got Town and Country, which is by Tampa International Airport. And you got the West Shore area. And that's basically it. That's the whole encapsulation of Tampa with the suburbs. Oh, and Carrollwood, sorry. But San Antonio over 250 suburbs, like all these little cities to choose from to live in. They're all beautiful. They all have beautiful neighborhoods with wonderful houses. And it's just like, I didn't know which way was up, down, left, right. And at one point I was just like, I'm so overwhelmed. If we do end up there, we're going to rent and take our time and figure out where exactly we really want to be. But that didn't work. But we didn't end up in San Antonio. So it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, that place is like on the main freeway. It was like feeling like going through a maze. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially that area over by Lackland Air Force Base where they have this like it looks like spaghetti. The highway looks
Yeah.
like just the highways are just they're going everywhere. I called it Spaghetti Junction as a joke, only to find out later the locals actually call it that. It's like, are you serious? I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
Oh man.
Gosh.
Awesome.
Let's see what chat's chatting about. Loudman says, I have a couple of good friends living in San Antonio. They love it. One specifically doesn't live in the city, though. He works at the base there. Yeah. Yeah, there's several bases there. You've got Lackland and Randolph. Fort Sam Houston's another one, which is Army. And I don't know if there's any other little bases. Those are like the top three.
Yeah.
And there's one like right next to Lackland. I forgot the name of that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of
all these
military
little-
representation there. Yeah.
Dragon Queen says, boo, I need a different drill bit. Girl, I need a drill. We don't even have a drill yet. Because our drills, we had two of them in Germany, but the voltage was like 220. And they weren't dual voltage. Actually, one of them the battery died and I lost like the charger to it. So I just kind of said, screw it. And I just threw it away. We should probably get a drill tomorrow. But we don't got one.
We'll see.
It's crazy. Gosh, Home Depot and Lowe's. I walk through there and they have like all these massive packs, drills and tools.
Mhm.
I don't know what happened to our tools. They're just scattered everywhere. So we might just need to start over and rebuild our tools.
Yeah.
It'd be an expensive buy, but it's worth it though at the end.
It is expensive, isn't it? I'm like, since when did tools get so daggum expensive for something you need like every day for just the most minuscule things? I mean, I'm looking at my closet right now, or the closet in this room, and I just want to tear it out so bad. You have no idea how bad I want to tear this closet out.
Yeah, my dad
What's wrong
has
with it?
might have some tools and stuff like that. I recently had to change my spark plugs on my car because it was kind of acting up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And the only thing about it was, out of all the tools, my dad doesn't even have a magnetic
Dragon
plug.
Queen says.
Oh, no?
Dragon Queen says, I don't trust my husband with them.
Great.
And she recommends DeWalt. Yeah, I did see.
Those are good.
And
Craftsman's
Wild
good.
Man recommends Craftsman. I do love Craftsman, and let me tell you why. My grandfather, this is a story that came to me from my mother. He had an entire shed full of just Craftsman tools. I understand my grandfather was like a jack of all trades. He worked on cars. He did all kinds of handyman work. I mean, the guy was just one of those old school jack of all trade kind of guy. And someone broke into the shed and stole all of his Craftsman tools.
Oh,
Craftsman came in and replaced everything because they have lifetime warranties.
that's awesome.
So I've never forgotten that story. And every time I see the Craftsman logo, I think of that story. And I'm like,
Well, it's a Lowe's. It's
It used to
under
be
the Lowe's.
it used to only be Sears.
Sears, but yeah.
But that's
now it's under the Lowe's banner. So
which, interestingly enough, we have a Sears here. We haven't. We should vlog it.
It's one of the last Sears, like in the I think there's what 3 locations, and then we got one in the mall here.
Wild Man says guaranteed for life, except their Craftsman bottle openers. I have a bottle opener on my reef sandals on the bottom of my reefs. Best investment ever. People find it weird. I know, you just open a bottle with your sandal. Yeah, just take it off and. That's not sanitary. Well, I mean, in Florida, we just don't think about it. We just kind of like. It's we drank out of hoses in the 80s. Okay, no, we're not thinking about it. It's whatever.
But yeah, we're gonna have to do a vlog
on the Sears.
On the Sears here.
It's a dead store. There's like you walk in there and it's like a ghost town.
Yeah, they spread everything out on purpose to make it
look fuller.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a hidden second floor we have yet to take you.
Yeah.
Because me and Christian were in there a few weeks ago, and I don't know where you were at. You had left the store. I went to use the bathroom or something. Yeah. And Christian looks at me and he goes, "Hey, Mom, that couple, they were walking up these stairs." And I looked at him and I said, "Well, maybe they work here," because it looked like an area only employees could go through. And he's like, "No." He's like, "They were not wearing anything indicating that they were sales associates." He's like, "I think there's a second floor to here." And I'm like, "No, there's no way." And we're kind of arguing back and forth. And finally, he's like, "Just come here." So I followed him. And sure enough, there was a sign that says to welcome customers upstairs to the appliance center.
I mean, Sears always has.
And it was this back alley like set of stairs you went up. And I kid you not, it was an entire floor of appliances. And we sat there and we talked to the guy for, like 30 minutes. And he told us, he's like, "I've got refrigerators in the back that are selling for just like $1,000. And they were the real big, like French door ones with the bottom freezers, like the really nice ones that can easily go for like $3,000. He's like, I got a whole bunch of these in the back. He's like, and we're literally marking them down like $1,000. And I just sat there with my mouth open, like.
I was about to say, like, if you're waiting for that,
right?
If you're waiting for that moment for a liquidation, that is a good time to get it.
I know, but then like the cars came up. We had to trek across Texas and then come back. And then this week, I was. We're kind of just now getting back on our feet. And so now I really, really need another freezer because we have just a standard side by side.
Yeah.
Which is okay.
Hey, it's better than what we had in Germany.
Yeah. Yes. My gosh. That wasn't a refrigerator. I don't know what it was. A cooler. Okay. It was just a cooler built into a wall was what it was.
Yeah.
And we had no freezer.
Yeah. It was just a fridge.
We had to purchase a freezer, and then we didn't bring it back with us. We didn't feel comfortable putting it on a transformer.
It's $220. So yeah.
So we sold it to our neighbor. But yeah, I really want to.
Are you thinking about like a floor freezer or a vertical freezer?
Vertical. We had a floor one, and I don't like how they get backed up with ice and like snow. Yeah. I can't stand that. So we got rid of our deep freezer in Germany, gave it to our lawn guy because we know he's got a big family and he knows other families that are like refugees from the Ukraine.
Yeah. Our lawn guy, he escaped the Ukraine when the Russians were amassing on the border.
So it's basically 2 families that have combined households and they're all living together and just kind of helping each other out. And the men...
Yeah, they mow lawns.
They mow lawns, doing odd jobs and stuff just to get by.
Yeah, we used to have more lawn all the time.
But anytime they came over to do work, we always unload. We were like, "Here, take this. Here, take that. For your family."
Here's all our crap.
Yeah. And I even told him, I even told him, I said, look, if your family, like, I don't care what you do with it. You can use it for your family because I know you guys have, 2 families and maybe you need the space for like frozen meats or whatever, or sell it for money. I don't care. We just can't take it with us.
Yeah.
But he was a sweetheart. And but yeah, I can't wait to
what would you say, like, how close are you guys getting settled, or are you guys not even close yet? Are you guys halfway there, or
We're
are you guys
swimming in
halfway
boxes
there?
still.
Oh, we're
living
not
in
even
boxes?
close.
They're swimming in boxes still.
We are swimming in boxes.
It's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be several months.
It's
I
gonna-
would.
Okay.
Are you going to
My
build cardboard
goal-
forts in the backyard?
Okay, that's funny.
Almost.
If the winds wouldn't blow it everywhere.
We're throwing them back there. So if you look at our back porch, it's full of nothing but empty
Yeah,
boxes.
that's the only place we can throw them out when we're sorting.
Yeah.
This week, I was going to call one of those rolling dumpster companies and just have them put one of those big dumpsters in the front yard.
The moving company said they can come get
No,
the
no, no,
box
no, no,
whenever
no.
we're done.
Okay. Cardboard trash is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Our clutter is another story.
Oh, for the clutter.
We are still not finished
Well, that's different,
decluttering. We got rid, I swear, I promise you guys, we got rid of maybe 10. I think we had about 20,000 pounds worth of stuff in Germany. We got rid of half of that. We PCS here with 12,500 pounds. I couldn't tell you if that's good, bad, or ugly because I don't work in a TMO office, in a transportation and motor office on a military installation to know what is the average weight for a move. I do know we were capped at 18,000.
pounds, yeah.
You couldn't bring over any more than 18,000. Supposedly they bill you the difference if you go over your limit. But we were able to scale our weight down to 12,500. And now that we're in a smaller house, we still do not have room for everything that we have. So we have got to go through and continue to declutter.
What was the
And
house size different from Germany to this one, square feet wise?
we went from 4,300 square feet to 1,800 square feet.
It wasn't 43.
Yes, it was.
It was 4,000 square feet.
If you include the attic upstairs, and the only reason it wasn't included was because the housing office came in and said it's not livable space because of the way the roof was shaped. So the housing office deemed it unlivable. So the landlord had to discount the rent because of that. But we still used it as a storage and a man cave. If you include the attic, the third floor, it was 4,300 square feet total.
Sure.
It was a massive house.
Yeah. I don't think it
Regardless.
was, but
I mean,
anyway.
it's still 4,000 square feet, rounding up or down.
Yeah, it was still a ginormous house. So yeah.
And
we over the years we furnished all the rooms and stuff. So yeah, there's no way that we would fit that entire house of furniture.
No, not in this
that we're
house.
in now. So we
Okay.
definitely had to purge a lot of stuff. So
we got rid of like 2-bedroom, and the stuff that we furnished the extra rooms in were just yard sale furniture and IKEA. It was nothing. We didn't go all out like that. 2 of the rooms were IKEA, and the other 2 were literally just yard sale stuff, like a bed I saw on a yard sale. Very basic, very bare bone. Because we knew coming back to the States, for one, we were never going to ever be able to afford a house like that ever again.
Yeah.
So it was one of those like one in a lifetime,
once in a lifetime sort of deals.
go big or go home kind of things. But yeah, then coming back, we knew we were going to be downsizing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now we just got a lot of crap.
Are you guys gonna like get like a storage unit for now? Like
Nope.
at the end?
Nope.
I think we're just gonna purge whatever we don't need.
Yeah, I'm sick of monthly constant payments and subscriptions to this, that, or the other. And the reality is that if the stuff sits in a storage unit, even if it's air conditioned, I'm never going to go in there to sort because it's more motivation to go through it when it's in your house. And I don't want to pay a storage facility because you're good for the first 6 months, maybe a year. And then after that, they start doubling their rates. And I'm not doing that. I'd rather just pay the $300 for a dumpster to be put in the front yard. And you literally can just throw all your stuff in there. And then they haul it away after about 5 to 7 days. And I don't think that's bad. Giving us a week to sort through everything, throw stuff away, and they literally haul the whole thing away, $300 and you're done. In Germany, what we got rid of, 1,800 euros was what the junk guy charged us. Yeah. 1,800 euros.
We kind of had to get rid of it in a hurry because we didn't have time, and we had to be out by a certain date, before.
They don't, but here's the thing: in Germany, you're only allotted twice a year 2 bulk trash pickups
from the trash company. And you have to make those arrangements well ahead of time.
Yeah, I did that once. We did it. I scheduled it for November for them to come out in December. They didn't come out until after January. And it's like they come out at their leisure. They're really, they don't even abide by their own rules. But another problem is when you schedule that in the app, you have to itemize every item you're getting rid of, what it is.
It's a pain.
And you have to categorize it because you can't just toss electronics. Everything's recycled, or I'm going to do air quotes with that because it's a bunch of bull. With the recycling. And that's it, twice a year. So, and then if we wanted to take stuff to the dump ourselves, yeah, you can do that, but you're only allowed to go to the dump once every, I want to say it averages out to once a month, and you're only allowed so many pounds. So you do not have the freedom to just load a truck and go as often as you want. But then you can pay someone to do that. And somehow, and I don't know how these people have access to going to the dump.
They have to pay to process it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a mess. Here in the States, it's easier here and it's cheaper. You can find just about anyone to do haul your stuff away for maybe $100, $200. In Germany, they're charging these local, haulers. I'm talking like just regular Germans or whoever they are. It could be immigrants, anyone, and they're charging on the cheap end 600 euros. And that's for a small load. That's for a small trailer. That's not even that. That's just picking up paper trash.
Yeah, well, I know we hired some guys before, and they had a big box truck, and the guy back then would charge me like $350-$400 per load.
Per load.
Yeah. He's like, well, if you fill up half the truck, then I'll charge you half. Or fill up the whole truck, it's like $350-$400.
And they wouldn't break down the boxes; they would just throw the boxes.
They would just toss everything in there.
And it's a full load. Look, and I'm like, yeah, but you didn't break down the boxes.
No. Crazy.
Yeah, so it was just things like that we kept dealing with. And when you come here to the States, it's honestly refreshing. I could just call a company; they bring the dumpster to your front yard, and it's like $300. Done.
Yeah,
you just dump. The only thing you can't really dump in there are mattresses and electronics. That's it. I'm like, I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. Or you pay an extra fee for a mattress. Big deal. All right. And the fee's like, what, $30? Okay. I'll pay the $30. Haul the mattress away. Kit Kat says, itemize? Oh, wow. That's worse than California. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's and you just kind of get tired of all those constant little rules. The longer you're there, the more it kind of feels like a pressure cooker, and then you just can't wait to get out.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, it is that time. I know we have to go eat. Last week I cooked, so I was able to hang out longer. But I didn't cook tonight. So, and Tom is at his premiere. He's got a new music video he just dropped. So
I'm
gonna go
back.
over there.
It's
Oh, you're
done.
back? It's
I
done? I
can-
had to go. I want
can
to watch it on the
share
replay.
You can watch on the replay. I can just drop the link. You all come on over there and check it out. Let me get the link for it.
Do it.
We'll just end the stream with that. Is that cool?
Yeah, let me just set the thing in the chat so it doesn't go away, and paste. There is the video link for the new song by an offshoot of Bark Magnitude. It's the Corporate Squirrels. It's their backyard nemesis. So please check it out. Leave a comment and a like. And put on the closed captions if you want to be able to understand it. Because they're squirrels.
I freaking love it. All right, guys. We'll see y'all next week.
Adios, everybody.
See you later.
Bye.
See you guys.
See ya.
Sorry, folks, park's closed. The moose out front should have told you.